What's guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the third episode of The World's Finest Assassin. This one's titled Magic of Bonds. Okay, so I think we're going to be learning more about how the magic in this world works, since we have just met our magic teacher, Dia. Beyond that, we don't really know much more about her than that, but she's going to be our tutor for magic, it would seem. We have successfully obtained mystical eyes that the Tuade family kind of passes down. We'll one day learn the surgery so we can perform it on our own kids, in theory, although that's not something we should necessarily have to worry about in the anime, because we only have until we're 18 to complete our mission, and I don't know if the show will necessarily continue on after that mission is complete. I mean, there's entirely possible that they do, although I don't think the source material necessarily would be there just yet. There's only 6 volumes of the light novel out right now. That started back in February 2019, so it's nearly 3 years old now. I don't know necessarily. They could go what Villainess did, where Villainess kind of had its main plot points summed up in the first season, and then in the second season they kind of went a bit off with it, and I kind of lost my interest with it a little bit. But I don't know. I don't think we're going to get to the point of assassinating the hero this time around, and I don't think we'll end up assassinating the hero, simply because the idea was thrown out there. Because the goddess said it is possible, unlikely, but it's acceptable to not kill him and rather to just prevent him from doing whatever it is that would doom the world, essentially, bringing chaos to the world or whatever. There is a way to do it in theory without having him dead, but again, it's like way harder, so it's easy just to kill him for the most part. And I think probably what will come into it is whatever the D-class skill that our boy here, what's his name, Luga? I forget how to pronounce his name. I'm so focused on pronouncing Tuade or Tuahade that I've forgotten how to pronounce his main name. But I think it's Lou or Luke. I can't remember how to pronounce it. It will come up in the episode, I'm sure. But I think whatever that D-class skill he took, which he believes to be the most powerful of all, I think that's going to be important. And judging by the first episode, I think it's going to have something to do with trust. Because, like, a lot of that first episode, he kind of showed how, like, implicitly trusting and believing someone, like, how that could be extremely detrimental, and, like, how that can so easily be exploited, right? When he was, like, fighting with the rookie and stuff, and that's ultimately how he died as well, because he had so much faith in the organization, and the organization betrayed him, essentially. But he didn't really expect the organization to betray him in that way, so I think it's going to have something to do with trust or belief in him, like, maybe something that makes him more convincing, maybe that something just means people like you more, like, just a bit of charisma, maybe. I think it's going to be something along those lines. I don't think it's necessarily a combat skill. I don't think it's anything, like, physical. I think it's more like a charisma-based thing. Like, that would make the most sense based on how they set up the start of the episode. And how, in theory, it'd be like, oh yeah, like, oh, people like you a bit more. It's like, so what? That's, like, such a basic thing. Like, that's not going to get you anything, as opposed to, like, all this, like, stamina regeneration, like, magic power stuff, and, like, all this. It's like, well, yeah, but if you have allies, you can get them to do all the work for you, and you don't have to put your own neck at risk. So, I'm guessing it's something to do with that, but I guess we'll see when they decide to reveal that, because they revealed all the other skills, S through C. It's just the D rank one that we have not mentioned, and even the goddess didn't think much of it in the end, so I guess we'll see what it comes up to be. But yeah, 7 years old right now. We have until we're 16, where we can physically start the assassination attempt, in theory. And we have to complete it by the time we're 18, because that's when the hero will wreak chaos, or whatever it is that he's going to end up doing. Probably unintentionally. I don't think... maybe it's unintentional. I guess we'll see. Maybe we'll get to know the hero before he goes on to be the hero. I mean, that would be the ultimate goal, right? Like, to befriend him early. Like, if we can find out his identity and befriend him early, That would work out really, really well for us, because then we'd have massive influence in his life, potentially. So, that could be useful. Maybe our skill will help with that. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Anyway, Magic Bonds. I guess we're going to learn more about the magic in this world and the potential we have for magic and how we can incorporate that into things. Because in the first episode, we saw, obviously, magic guns, essentially. I'm not sure if that's a technology that he's going to bring to the world, because we've already seen that he's brought his, like, cooking to the world and, like, is hailed as a genius for his cooking from his mother and father and that. So I'm wondering if he's going to bring firearms to this world with the usage and application of magic. Or maybe that's something that already exists in the world. I guess we'll see. But since we are from an assassination family that serves the royals, if such a thing exists, we'd have access to them already. But maybe he's too young to know of that just yet, and just focusing on the basics of, like, hand-to-hand combat and stuff like that. So I guess we'll see. But I'm going to load the episode up here. So as per usual, these are time-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture in picture, go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture in picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from my seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Symphogear, and Lock Horizon. Just did the Symphogear OVAs, moving on to that next week as well for Season 4. World Trigger and Lock Horizon will be fitting into their places here soon. I'm just taking a little bit of time to figure that out because I have a busy weekend ahead of me. So which I will have a video about either before this one or after this one, somewhen this week. But yeah, as per usual though, these are time-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3 to 1 play. When play say episode, I say episode, and we should be in sync. Watch this one on Crunchyroll since they're the ones who license the series, of course. No logos or anything, we're just going straight into the episode with the OP. So a minute 30 OP and then the start of the episode. You can use screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That should be synced up as well. So, with all that said, let's get into episode 3, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. I love this OP. This will definitely end up going on my playlist at the end of the season. I say end of the season, but I'm facing out the full version of this is already out, so... Because I think I remember looking it up. I definitely think I've looked this up, so I think the full version already exists. My dog's very excited for this OP as well, by the sounds of things. Alright. Episode 3, Magic Bonds. Here we go. Luke, yeah, okay. Okay, so you're 10 years old, and yet you're meant to be a cheese mage, okay. Must have an S-class skill in magic or something. Or A-class, maybe. Okay. Faster, okay. So a measure of capacity, obviously. Is he going to try and break it? Like, will he break it? Okay. He's still going. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Holy shit. Mm-hmm. He's gonna break. Whew. Whew. Okay. Okay, animation budget. Holy shit. That's just pure mana. Like, he didn't even do anything. That's just pure, like... Mm-hmm. Yes. Take responsibility. Okay. They're just proud, okay. It wasn't even a spell, that was just pure condensed mana. Well, yes. Yes, let's be a bit more discreet. And also, let's start from the basics, please. Uh, Welcome to the weird family, dear. Mm-hmm. Yes, we need more of them. And we just destroyed one. Okay, that's an... Okay. Still trying. I'll get one eventually, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Well, she said who has them, so... Pot Kettle Black? Then why are you here? Okay. What? Okay. Okay. What's being hidden here? She's being adopted into the family? Attributes. We know our attributes, though, right? It's all four of the elements. Mm-hmm. He has four. Water, fire, and water. Well... Mm-hmm. All four attributes, yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Intentionally sexual references, okay. Okay, you prefer Earth, good. Hmm. Nice. Hmm. Hmm. Ah, okay. Speak in your mind, okay? Hmm. Okay. That's rare, okay. Pronunciation is key, okay. That's why she's got pure copper and he's got just a lump. Alright. Mm-hmm. Of course. Mm. Mm-hmm. Alright. Hmm. Okay, iron, okay. Wow, and perfectly. Hmm. He's gonna be able to like decipher it. Mm-hmm. Gonna decipher the language of magic. 36 letters, okay. 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 Ah. Interesting. Oh, not enough mana for that. Or blocked from doing that. Okay, it works. Spellweaver, yeah. Okay. Then that's a really powerful B skill then. Mm-hmm. And claps. Oh, there he goes. As long as you create it and write it down. Mmm. Yep. Things are going very well right now. I like how each time they're in bed, they're getting closer and closer and closer together to signify their bonds. It's a nice touch. Oh, he's created a rifle. So this is the creation of the rifle. Mm-hmm. He's created his rifle. Holy shit. He's creating an artillery piece. Christ. Jesus Christ. Ooh, one-time use. Yeah. Do the parents know about this bit? I think they'd be very interested if they knew. It was a secret, right? So. Oh. Oh. Titanium? Hmm. It's a gift, I guess. Hmm. Wow. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Pinky promise on it, obviously. Nice. Still a bit of time in the episode. It's a little bit at the end there. Mm-hmm. Okay, family truth. Prosperity of the Alban Kingdom, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Going to a prison. Mm-hmm. 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 But he's already used to killing. Hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's a big difference from that's a big difference to what he was with the organization, right? Mm-hmm. Humanity is a necessary weapon for us. That's a good line. Mm-hmm. Because he was raised as a tool his entire life, so first ever kill. Who's it gonna be? Ooh. That's a tough first kill. Margaret, okay. Okay. Hmm. I wonder. Is he just gonna go straight through with it? Holy shit. Oh. It was a test. Plan of Goddess? Yeah, Plan of Goddess. Well then. I love this show. I love our main character. I love him so much. And of course the crying and everything was absolutely a test by the father. Like, put in like the worst possible situation to see if his son cracks. Because it's like, will your emotion get the better of you? Nope, it doesn't. Wow. God, I love the show. I love the show so much. It's absolutely the attitude of the main character. Like, the show looks pretty good as well. Like, for Silverlink, this actually looks really good. That's not a slight on Silverlink, by the way. Silverlink have made some really good looking shows. Like, Villainess was good looking, Bo Free was good looking, Demon King Academy was good looking, but like, I feel like some of the effects in this took a little bit of a step up from last year, so that's a good sign. Because if that's going to be a sign of their quality increasing, it means the next season of Misfit Demon King Academy is going to be even better, and I'm very excited for that, because that's a two-parter as well. That's a it's a multi-core show, although a split-core show. Also means there's hope for some of their other series upcoming as well. But yeah, the attitude of the main character just makes this show so much better. Like, the fact that he's already gone through a lot of the, he's gone through a lot of... Because he is an older character. He's like, what did I say he was? Like, in his 60s when he died in the real world. Assuming that was based in modern day. Which seems very likely it was. So he'd be in his 60s at that point. So he's been through his life. He's been a tool for the organization this entire time. So he's already, like, gone through, like, the feeling of killing, the fear of it, human emotion stuff. So it means that his starting point, he has no reservations about going in. He's just like, boom, I know what I must do. Boom, 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 etc., etc. So it means we can skip some of the typical pitfalls of what a character like him would normally experience in an isekai type show, and it means that we have a different character on our hands, which is not shown too often. Because he's not a bad character, but he's not as morally good, maybe, as others. Like, he's committing murder. That's bad, but it's for the betterment of the society, the kingdom that he's willing to protect. So ultimately, it's for the greater good. The greater good. If you get that reference, thank you. I love you. But yeah, like, it's just his character is perfect for this show. The voice actor's doing a good job as well. Who is voicing Lug right now? That would be Kenji Akabane. Who have they voiced? They're a character in World Trigger, apparently. They're Fujitaka from Symphogear. They were Sakurai from Uzaki. This is a very good performance. They're in Watakoi as well. That's good. Anything else? They were in Real Life. Is that the main guy from Real Life? I can't remember who the main guy in Real Life was. No, it wasn't. He was a background character. Okay, never mind. I can't remember who the main guy was. He looked like he could have been the main guy, honestly. Oh, it was Tetsuo in Sword Art. Okay. Yeah. Very good performance. It just sells it so well. We saw the beginning of rifles in this world as well. He did bring his rifle knowledge into the world, as well as cannons. In theory... Okay, this is a stretch. But couldn't he just bring a tank? Like, I know it's a stretch, but like... Couldn't he, in theory, bring a tank? Or an APC or something like that? Like, where's the limit here in what he can create? I mean, as long as he has a fine understanding of, like, the composite armor and everything that would be in there, he doesn't even need to go that in-depth. He could just make just basic steel armor and it'd work. Like, he doesn't need to bring, like, fancy modern tanks. He could just bring a World War II era tank and just, like, dominate in this world, probably. Like, I don't know, I guess it depends on how strong the opponent's magic were, but, like, if you're going up against non-magic users, just bring that and just move forward and win, I suppose. But I mean, that's not his style, right? He's the assassin. The assassin doesn't bring the tank. The assassin brings the sniper rifle, sets the elaborate traps, sets the explosives, things like that. So it makes more sense that he'd have a sniper. And I guess he doesn't need a scope either if he has his enhanced sight, right? That the eyes of Tuahade. So he can just zoom in anywhere and like have a perfect sniping shot all the time. So yeah, this is gonna be a deadly combination ultimately. I wonder what Dia was gripping at the blade for as she left. I don't know if that's just because she knows she's not going to see him in a long time, or if she knows something else, because she said, I guess, hang on, where was the line? It was one of the first times they went to sleep together. Was it the first night? Yeah, father's hiding something. When relating to being the brother, Kian must be hiding it. I mean, is it possible that the dad... I don't want to suspect the dad may have cheated on the mother, and that he might not be pure blood Tuahade. I don't want to suspect that, but it's entirely possible. Or maybe he's adopting Dia into the family, or plans to adopt her into the family. Or maybe Tuahade family does have ties like that, and she is part of the family? Maybe? I don't know, like... The father's definitely hiding something with relation to Dia. And I'm surprised he hasn't raised that yet, but again, he doesn't really want to speak out against his father like that. He's respectful of his father, so... I guess that will probably get brought up later. But yeah. Yeah, loving the show. Loving the dynamic. Loving the look. Loving the character. I love everything about this show. It's one of my favorite shows, I think, of the season already. Obviously, big shows like 86 and Jobless Reincarnation are obviously going to take the cake on, like, the big shows of the season. But I feel like this is, like, a show that might go underlooked a little bit. Like, it'll get its popularity, I'm sure, because it's a Silverlink show, they tend to get their popularity, but I feel like people might be sleeping on this one a little bit and not realizing the full potential there maybe has, so. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments wait for the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the full 2021 season you can find out on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.